memories of the church, or what you thought about it, or just a favorite memory?
The greatest spot on
Them.
earth. He's gonna let them talk. Oh,
You still think it's the greatest spot on earth?
yeah.
Mine is probably shouting.
Get in your microphone.
I always like to shout.
Your microphone.
I don't like them. I think my favorite thing was the shouting. I always like to see people shout. And when Brother
James Goff.
Brother James Goff, he danced. I mean, literally.
I think he did a jitterbug.
I started to say that, but I didn't know most of them would know what jitterbug was. I don't know if they still do that today or not. But he did it. I mean, he's one that his feet look like it's going to kick his behind. But one of the things I remember that I think about a lot is Daddy. By at least 3 o'clock, even after we got married, we usually went to Daddy's house on Sunday. I look back now and I don't see how they fed us all. And we didn't even think to bring some food. I never thought of that. But I'd say at least by 3 o'clock, Daddy started hollering at us to get ready for church.
And was he going to church? Was he in church at that time?
Yes.
Okay. Because at what time?
I don't remember too much when he wasn't in church.
Okay.
He would quit. If he said a little slang word, he'd quit church. I remember a time or two. He'd get mad at doors. He'd say something and he'd quit church. But I remember that, but I always liked the shouting. I don't know, I forgot we're supposed to do this, so I can't even think a whole lot, but anyway, y'all know. Yeah.
Your dad never did go outside and sit with your rest of the men, though. He
No.
always sit in church when he
Yeah.
wasn't in church. He never sat outside, that I can remember.
I don't remember that either.
So, Aunt Polly, what was your favorite?
I just wanted to say something about when it first started over to our house, and the people that came would put their kids in the beds. And my stepmother, Letha, worked on a rub board, and she wouldn't hardly let us kids help. We could pump the water and build a fire under the pot and stuff, but she wouldn't let us scrub the clothes. So the beds would be wet sometimes when we had to go after they all left, and. Now, I don't think she ever complained. She called Daddy Hun, and she'd say, "Now, Hun, the beds are wet." Only she said it in just a little bit different thing. But I never heard her complain about the work like that. And I think when they went to be baptized, Daddy said something about getting baptized, and Letha said, "Hun, I will if you will," and they got baptized. But that was before the church anyway. But now when we came in here, you know what? Okay, if this church started in 47, I was 10 years old, and it seems to me like it was in April. But I wouldn't be sure. But so we must have had church over there in 46 at our house. I don't know for sure. We came over here. Didn't we come over here in April?
We moved up there in 1946, about November or
Okay.
December.
Well, anyway, we did start here over here in 47 because I said I have ways of remembering things, and I said I'm 10 years old and we're getting the church started, and I never forgot that one thing. But then we grew up as teenagers and things, and. Now, my daddy sat right there where Burl sits, right? And so, now I was the leader. And so, when the preacher got up to preach, back then I didn't really care about listening to the preacher preach, so we made our signs, Now, Anna said she wasn't in on it, but... and we would go get a drink of water to the bathroom. I think we went all the way up to Plato's house up here and pumped water and got a drink, and we tried to make it last as long as the preacher was preaching. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, but then, let's see, it was before Phil was born, so it was 57 is when, now I told y'all about it before, when Leon and Bill and Doyle and Leon went to the altar, so Bill went too. And I'm really excited about that because Leon really tried. He'd go out to his mother's house every night. We wasn't having church, and try to get her to believe what he was believing, and he never did get her to believe it. But anyway, then I left here in 1967 and started going to Crystal Hill. Daddy said, if you can't come here, you go to Brother Smith's church, because he had the church at Crystal Hill. And I had a wreck coming from the hospital home, and it was just getting, I had kids, and so I started going to Brother Smith's. But I don't remember what year I came back here. It was 2002 or 3 or 4 or something. I don't know what, but it's wonderful, and shouting's what I like to. I don't do it much, but I shout inside. And I dreamed I was shouting one night.
Did you have a question?
Yeah.
She has a question.
No, I have a question for you. Was it just the young guys that went outside, or all the men that went outside?
All the sinners, all the sinners.
A good.
So everybody went outside?
It was kind of a place to meet girls, wasn't it? Like in the old days, all the sinners, all the sinner boys came.
Boy, is there another word for sinner? People who's not in the church.
The only reason why men came to this church was to find a woman.
And you know what? You couldn't have went any place to find a better woman in this church, right? If any of you can find a cotton patch girl, you better grab her right now.